How's everybody doing? This is Wicked Warnings, your number one source for construction and emergency safety strobe lighting equipment for cars, vans, buses, bicycles, tricycles, trucks, SUVs, and everything in between. Like this really nice 2022 Super Duty F-350 for our good friends over at Chicago Portable Power. If you've ever been to an event in the city of Chicago where you were walking on a roadway, chances are it was blocked off and secured by Chicago Portable Power. These are the gentlemen that take care of all of the special events in the city of Chicago and make sure that it's safe for all of us pedestrians when we're down there enjoying the city. So a big shout out to CPP and all the hard workers over there. This is one of many of their fleet you might see out on the road. It's a brand new Super Duty. On the front of this, we have an X pattern with our 3-inch sound off signal mpower light. Now you might have seen me do this X pattern before with all 4 lights in the grill. I went a little different on this one. We mounted the lower lights on the outside edge in the plastic bezel of the tow hook right there. The tow hook surround has a nice plastic bezel that you can easily pop out of place, drill a hole, and mount the mpower light down there. And by synchronizing all 4 of these lights into an X pattern, which is really nothing more than a 2x2 alternation, if you look at these lights, you can see what I mean. It's just a 2x2 spaced in an X. You can do this in either amber or white or amber and white, as you see here. These lights also have a flood ability if you wanted to go ahead and steady burn them. We didn't use that feature. It wasn't requested by the customer for this truck, but we did do an amber white warning, as you see here. And there are many, many flash patterns. This is the very first flash pattern that the lights come with. And we simply set 2 of them on an alternate version, the alternating pattern of that. Very easy to do. Working our way around the side of the truck here, we're about 45 degrees off the front bumper and about 12 feet back. You can see how that tow hook light is still very visible, as well as that grill. The upper grill mounting spot does require to drill 1 hole right through the grill there. It ends up kind of behind the bolt that secures the grill to the actual truck on top there. It's a fairly easy install to do. Both of those locations are mounted with that VHB style light. That's an mpower quick mount, they call that, but it's a VHB tape. So we're going to make sure to use our 3M primer promoter as well. It gives you a nice, good bond for the 3M tape that is on those mpower lights. You might also notice in the badge there, our thin X light is casting its light backwards, and you can see it reflecting off of the mirror. Here's another side shot of that thin X light. Just went with a very simple double flash alternating amber and white. Customer request on this particular build was nothing too elaborate and fast with the flash patterns. His actual words were, "No seizure makers." We are going to be around the public quite a bit while we're doing our work, so we wanted to keep these lights just very basic and unoffensive, if you would. Here's another shot of how we put that thin X light right there in the side badges. I'm going to go ahead and link to the video about how to install that thin X light in the side badge, because it's a nice how-to video. Shows you exactly how to put that light in there and where to run the wiring for that. Moving around the back, you can see how we've modified that third brake light cargo light area to accept a pair of our hideaway LED. Now you can use our LED hideaway duo, our HAW DUO, or you can use our ECO HAW, or ECO HAW. These are both very fine hideaway lights. Either one will work in there, low dome or high dome. So there's actually 4 options here. We're going to populate this video with the ECO HAW Low Dome, because that's what I used in this particular one. But like I say, anyone can fit in there. It's very easy to do. You simply remove the incandescent bulb, enlarge the hole to 1 inch, and replace that incandescent bulb with the strobe light. I do have a video, a more in-depth video in our DIY section about that procedure on a Ford third brake light as well. You run the wiring from there under the headliner, forward, making sure to not affect the airbag at all, and down the driver's side A-pillar behind the grab handle to the switch on the dashboard, or through the firewall to your factory auxiliary switches. Looking at this build from straight behind, you can see those hideaway lights and the cargo light up there. You can also see below it our thin X strip. That's a VHB mounted strip light underneath the tailgate. And if I drop the camera down a little bit, you can see it even better. Now that light can be selected in amber or white flashing, or both, as you see here. It also has a steady white flood override as well. You can do that. We didn't need the flood override, but we did want an amber white flash pattern set. And as you can see, we have a nice steady double flash pattern. They're synchronized together, so they're both doing the same pattern. That's optional. You don't need to synchronize them, but you can if you'd like. And they fit underneath that tailgate quite nicely there. It is 3M VHB mount, so we're going to put another one of those primer promoters in this package for that to make sure you have a really good bond on that VHB tape. I forgot to mention that corner light that we put underneath the tail light on the sides of almost all the Super Duties we do. That one is an mpower, but many lights do fit there. You'll see other lights like our TIR3 or our Lin 6 featured in that same spot. But because we did mpower on the front of this truck, I figured I'd carry the theme around and do the mpower here on the side tail lights as well. Same flash pattern in the front. That's just a standard triple flash alternating amber white. Nothing real offensive or fast. Nice, easy flash pattern. And that light as well could have a flood white option if desired, but just wasn't used in this particular build. There's one more shot of the rear. Raise the camera up a little bit. Here's a shot straight backwards. Something very cool is coming to this wall right here very soon. And something very cool is coming to this wall very soon. I want to show you guys too our new logos on our door. We did some work on our overhead door, painted it black, put in some good logos here. I hope you all like that. I think it's very cool. We also painted our exit door of the shop there and put a logo on that as well, so you can see that on your way out of the shop when you pick up your vehicle. Here's the front end of that truck one last time. As far as wiring this, I'm going to go ahead and put a brief text description in this bundle about how we wired it. Now, this particular truck did not have auxiliary switches. So I'm going to put in here exactly what we needed for a truck that doesn't have auxiliary switches. If you do have auxiliary switches, you could feel free to delete the switch and the fuse kit and some of the other items related to that you might see. But this truck is built with a dashboard switch. And this is where we mount it. We mount it here on the F-150s and the Super Duties quite often. It is dual layer plastic there, but you can go through both layers and easily access the wiring from the side of the dash or underneath. And that's just a simple 3/4 full red illumination switch. So that'll be all packaged for this. But as I said, if you have auxiliary switches, which I mean the switches up there, if you have those upper switches, you can still use this entire kit. It will work just fine. You just won't need that toggle switch. That's all. Thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings. Take a look in the description for all the information. And if anything is unclear, please reach out to us. Share a link to this exact video so we know what you're looking at, and we'll try to clarify anything that's questionable. Thanks again for tuning in to Wicked Warnings, your #1 source for construction and emergency safety strobe lighting equipment for cars, vans, buses, bicycles, tricycles, and brand new Ford F-350 Super Duties for our great friends over at CPP. We'll see you on the next video.